Okay, good morning and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folani. Okay, so here we are. We're just weeks away from the November 16 governorship election in Ondo State. It's an off-season election. And so today we'll be looking at that, focusing on it and what the outlook is. Our guest is Dr. Femi Adekambi, Dr. Femi Adekambi, PhD. He's a former Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, Culture and Tourism in Ondo State, and he's reaching us from the UK. Good morning to you, Dr. Adekambi.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear us, Dr. Adekambi?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
How are you doing, my dear brother?
Thank you very much.
I'm cool. I'm okay.
Okay. Thank you very, very much. In your beloved state,
It's my pleasure.
Your beloved state of Ondo, the governorship, the off-cycle governorship election is coming up. It's like November 16, but not so much has been going on. Not so much has been going on by way of campaigning. That has been one observation. We'll come to talk about the candidates themselves. Any particular reason that you understand why there seems to be a chilling generally?
And because we're chilling, you know why we're chilling?
Why?
We don't have opposition. Is there any other party contesting? No. You can see me relaxing in London, enjoying myself over here, because we don't have any opposition. It's a win-win situation for us, and it's going to be a landslide victory for us. We don't have any opposition. Most of the notable politicians, 90% of notable positions in Ondo State are behind Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. So basically, we don't have any issue. That's why we're taking our campaign steady and slowly.
Well, one hopes that it won't come back to bite you by way of overconfidence. And what I mean by saying this is that notable people in the race, apart from the incumbent, Governor Aiyedatiwa, there's also Honorable Agboola Ajayi, both of who have served as deputy governors before, so they are quite knowledgeable, in terms of politics of the place.
Like I said in my earlier interview with you guys, I actually mentioned the fact that Agboola Ajayi is a very good and strong.
He's the PDP candidate, by the way.
Yeah, he's a very good and strong candidate in PDP. But forget about the fact that I emphasize the fact that he unfortunately is contesting in his own party. And Lucky Aiyedatiwa has been performing as a candidate.
Okay.
Whether we like it or not, take it to anywhere, it's going to be a big victory for us.
Okay, you're making it sound like it's almost going to be a walkover. Indeed, you're entitled to your impression. But just for the sake of, balance, Honorable Ajayi has said that it's a contest, it's a race that's going to be determined by the people power of Ondo State. It is the people. So what's your understanding when he says that, look, whatever sloganeering might say, it is the good people of Ondo State that shall determine. He seems to be placing his trust somewhere in there. Can you understand where he's coming from?
Yeah, I understand the fact that, of course, the people of Ondo State are going to decide who's going to be their next governor. But you see, when you look at what our own candidates in APC have done, and what he's still doing, is absolutely ahead of others. Absolutely ahead of others. And just yesterday, we just constituted our campaign team and across the state, and all of us are happy with that. And we are set to go. They constituted their own 2-3 weeks ago. And basically, I understand their own issue in the other opposition parties. But I can assure you of one thing: the people of this, the Ondo State people are going to vote massively, and I mean it, massively.
Okay.
For Aiyedatiwa.
Okay. So it's not just then a matter, in your opinion, it's not just a matter of the power of incumbency, because you said that he has been a performer, and when actually
no, absolutely, it's not going to be a power of incumbency. Does that win an election in Nigeria anymore? No, that's a fact. So it's about achievement. What have you done for the people? Listen, the people are beginning to be enlightened now in Nigeria.
Okay.
Their eyes are getting open.
Okay. Now you know your state.
They want to know what have you done for us. It will get to a point in Nigeria. Whereby people will ask you questions from the councillorship to chairman of local government and to the governorship. People will begin to ask questions. House of Rep, House of Assembly. We'll get there. And for Aiyedatiwa, it's about achievement. It's not about the fact that it's an increment. There are so many times Buhari won an election whereby the incumbent contested and Buhari beat the incumbent silly. So it's not about an incumbent issue. It's about the people. You know why Buhari won that election? Because people wanted a change. They said, look, we're tired of this issue. And they voted massively for Buhari. So it's not about incumbent. Forget it, incumbent don't win an election anymore. That's an issue. That's the point. Incumbent don't win an election anymore.
Okay. Well, first of all, I forgot to sort of congratulate you at the top of the program. Your recent appointment by President Tinubu as project coordinator of the hydrocarbon pollution remediation project, HYPREP. You know, that is, I'm sure.
But unfortunately, let me emphasize on that.
Sure.
Let me start by thanking Mr. President for appointing me on that. For that, based on my qualification, I have a PhD in environmental management. But unfortunately, the Ogoni people said they don't want a Yoruba man.
Oh dear.
They believe it's their right.
Oh dear.
They believe is their. But you see, the point we are making in this issue is the fact that Ogoni Act, the HYPREP Act that set up that place, said oil producing states. Oil producing states. And when you mention oil producing states, it means a lot. But the Ogoni people have been fighting over that. It's been up and down. And I said, look, I told Mr. President, I said, sir, at this point, I don't want to be in this vision of this thing. And I said, you know, let the guy continue and let everything be fine. So for now, I want the peace of Ogoni people. My plan is to go there and work for Ogoni people and make sure that they deserve the best. But unfortunately, they turn it to another thing. They even refer to the fact that a Port Harcourt man was appointed in Ogunsho River Basin, but it was reversed. But see, River Basin issue is about states where you control. But HYPREP is about oil producing states, in which Ondo State is part of that, oil producing states. But unfortunately, they didn't see it that way. And we're going there to work to make sure that the hydrocarbon, in which I'm an expert in that.
Okay. So, as a result of the
situation, it's okay. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, as a result of the situation you described, you didn't take up the position. You couldn't take up the position.
Yeah, I don't want issues. I let my peace.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that update. It wasn't as widely known as the appointment itself, but that's just by way of your background and your expertise. You were special, a commissioner for special duties, as well as culture and tourism in Ondo State. But here you are speaking to us from the UK. I imagine that as the day draws closer, you're going to be back home, or whatever work you're going to be doing, can it be done from the UK?
Hello?
Okay. I was saying...
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Can you?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. No, I was saying that here you are speaking to us from the UK. But as the day draws nearer, the November 16th election, are you going to sort of relocate for the project, or work whatever it is that whatever the work is, because you certainly are a member of the House, you're high-ranking, chieftain of APC in Ondo State. Are you going to be conducting everything from there, or are you going to be moving back home?
Oh, I'm leaving there in the next couple of days, and to join the campaign in Ondo State, and I'm going to be coming from the federal angle. The local organizing local committee for the election was constituted yesterday. I think it was yesterday, and I obviously told them, no, I don't want to be part of the local, and I'm going to be part of the federal because I know what I can do. And basically, I work in the 18 local government. That's a fact. I'm not boasting about that. I work in the 18 local government, and whatever I say to them, I command minimum, and I've said it, minimum 300,000 people across the states. So I'm going to live here. I'm going to leave London any moment from now to join in the campaign. And like I said, the campaign is just for fun.
Okay,
it's already won.
It's good.
We don't really have opposition.
Okay, it's good. It's good to hear, and it's also good that you brought up the whole matter of local government. Your affinity, your closeness to the local government, because one of the main, even though you said that as far as you are concerned, you and your colleagues, you see this as a done deal. The PDP candidate has made much of the fact that that grassroots is where he has his strength, and so maybe I should use this opportunity to ask you that the battle of the grassroots, how significant is it going to be in Ondo State? As I observed, both the gentlemen in the two leading parties gunning for the government house seat have operated at very high levels of government. Both of them haven't been deputy governors, one for the PDP and the incumbent.
I'm a very sincere person. I'm very factual. When you talk about Agbolaja, yeah, he has a grassroots base. I am saying this emphatically clear. But the fact is, this is contesting in the wrong party. I'm going to repeat that fact. And we have, in our party, we have a very good candidate that's contesting against him. It's not about equivalency, but grassroots EU. Yeah, Agbolaja, don't forget the fact that, or don't rule out the fact that Agbolaja has been the chairman of the local government. He has been contesting locally. He was House of Rep and all that. So we are not underestimating him. That's a fact. We are not. We are not underestimating him. But what we are saying is this: that PDP is dead in Ondo State. That's a fact. PDP is dead. Don't forget about the fact that
in Ondo State,
our former governor, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, I'm not saying he declined. He has not officially done that, but 100% has served with him as the commissioner. 100% of people that were with him are now with us. And you see, the point is this: if that can happen, that gives you the fact that it's a win-win situation for us in APC. Our prayer is this: that after the election, once Governor Lokaita will deliver to the people, because it is high time we let people know, or let the people feel our impact in the grassroots.
Okay, talking about this impact that you believe is going to be standing Governor Aiyedatiwa in a good stead, let's talk a bit about that. Let's exemplify some of the things you said when you say he's a performer, and that is going to count for a lot. He has done well. What if you were to particularize those things and point them out to a person who hasn't been conversant with governance and politics in Ondo State? Talk a bit about that, about the candidate, the APC candidate, your man.
Okay, our candidates, you know, contesting an election is not about the person, it's about the party. Let me see from the angle of my party, which is APC. When you look at the party in the state and compare with other parties, we are far ahead of them. The people are understandable about the situation of things in Nigeria. They know what's going on. They know the issue. They know that we took over a very bad, damaged economy, which President Tinubu is trying to fix. And they are understandable of the fact that we are passing through a lot. Yeah, we're passing through a lot in Nigeria. But in Ondo State right now, Lucky Aiyedatiwa is a man of destiny. Why did I say that? He actually passed through quite a lot of issues with the former governor, who happens to be my brother. But unfortunately, things happened. We cannot question God about his death. But Aiyedatiwa came in and he took over from where the governor stopped. He has been embarking on, he has not actually embarked on new project. Rather, he has been embarking on the former governor Akeredolu's project. And that is really commendable. And the issue of pensioners, he has paid quite a lot. He has done well on the issue of pensioners. He has done well in the issue of infrastructure. He has done well quite in the issue of salaries for the people, making them happy. So, and even in security issue, look at what is happening in Nigeria, in Ondo State. Ondo State happens to be one of the best peaceful states in Nigeria. Today in Ondo State, you can walk freely. There's no more kidnapping. As a matter of fact, it's highly commendable what he has done concerning that area. The EU of Amotekun recently just reappointed the man that was appointed by Akeredolu. Yeah, if they had an issue, he will remove that man and say, look, you know what? I want another man there. I want my own man. But you see, I think that's what really did well by reappointing him. That's Dr. Adeleye, popularly called as Chief TJ, who is not the who has been.
Okay, so, I beg your pardon, Dr. Adekanbi. Dr. Adekanbi, sorry to interrupt you. I beg your pardon, yeah. But Otumba Debo has joined us from Abeokuta on the line. Good morning, Otumba. Otumba Debo, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Priori.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
Good morning, dear guests.
Okay. Dr.
Femi, good morning.
Adekanbi.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, good morning. Otumba,
yeah, you said you are just relaxing. It's a walkover in Ondo State. Is it because the APC wants to make Nigeria a one-party state like you did in Edo, in Kogi, in Anambra? I mean, in Anambra, in Imo. Not Anambra, not yet Anambra, in Imo. Otherwise, I even heard that Makinde of your state of PDP is the director general. Makinde is in which case in-law. It is not good for our democracy. If it is one party state, it will boomerang. It will boomerang.
Okay, let me emphasize this. If Nigeria becomes a one party state, are you going to blame the APC for that? You can't blame the APC. You blame the opposition who cannot get their heart together. Recently, you saw the video where Sodimu went to beg former governor Ayo Fayose that he should not leave the party. So, are you not telling me, will you be telling Nigerians that APC caused that? No. Practically, PDP is more or less dead. You know why? It's scattered. The Labour Party is scattered. So, Mention the party that is in opposition in Nigeria, and you are not blaming it on APC. No, you can't blame it on APC. You want to find out they are not getting their heart together. How about love a situation where we have a very strong opposition party? And that's a fact. We need a very strong opposition party in Nigeria that will give the ruling party a run for their money. But right now, we're not having that.
Okay.
Can I tell you one thing? Somebody, I'm not going to mention him, a very high-powered PDP chieftain, called me yesterday and said, you know what, Femi, I want to join your party, blah, blah, I'm tired of PDP, please, how do I do that? He's not even from my state. And I said, you know what, I'm going to call the governor on your behalf so that you can go and meet the governor and see how you can join. So it's not an issue of, it's not about APC. It's the fact that people are tired about the operational procedure in their own parties.
All right then. Dr. Adekombi, one moment. I beg your pardon. Let me, I hear you. I beg your pardon. Otumba Debo brought in that wild card there. Here we are talking about towards the election, the November 16 election, and it suited or pleased Otumba Debo to talk about an allegation of, is it because it's a one party? It's all right. Otumba Debo is a friend of the House, but can we please concentrate on the subject of the day, which is looking towards this off-cycle election coming up on November 16. And Mr. Yakub in Dokbemu, good morning to you, sir. Thank you for holding on.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Dokbemu. Mr. Yakub in Dokbemu, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, please go ahead now. You're on air.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Thank you, Chief. Good morning, sir, once again, and then good morning to your guests.
Good morning.
I personally let me just begin from where the last caller stopped. Personally, I totally disagree with him. The reason is this: I think we find ourselves in this kind of situation in this country. I'm talking about the situation of the economic challenge that is not access, especially the action that they are passing through now. Even though I still have a little belief that the table can turn around this issue if the government of the day do the needful. Why am I saying that? We really need a very strong opposition in this country in order to put the ruling party on their toes. Because a weak opposition, it is not good for our democracy. Because I believe if election is going on in Ondo State today, it is prerogative of the citizens of that state to vote whoever they think that they can rule the state. It is not because APC or whoever in the political in the aim of affairs in this country wants it to be. So our politics is local. Our politics is local. If it is Ayedatiwa and then the people of Ondo State know that he's doing the right thing, why not voting him again? And then I believe, you see, after removing of fuel subsidy, I believe every citizen of this country, Lagos, Ogun State, and the rest, we should be able to channel our protest or our complaint to our governor. Because if you know that they get more money. And then the money they get, it is not showing to Nigeria ordinary citizens of those various states that yes, truly the subsidy has been removed and then the money has been given to the governor. Where is the money? What are they using those money for? Those are the questions we need to put on to those governors, even when they campaign. They should be able to tell us what they use all those money for. Now,
all right.
The subsidy have been removing, and then the school fees, all the tertiary institutions, they increase all the institution fees. So all those governors, they know what are they using money for, because period to subsidy era, the money they were getting that time was very so low. But now they get more money. I think you should put that question to your guest.
Indeed, he is hearing it. Let Dr. Femi Adekombi let him speak to those issues. Okay.
Let me commend the our caller that just calling. I must commend him for what he just said. Almost. Because in Nigeria today, and indeed all over the world, you need a strong opposition party that will put the government on their toes. In UK today, I'm present in London. In UK today, let me put it this way, in England, there's a strong opposition party. Our own Kemi might likely win the election to be the leader of the Conservative Party. But the fact is, in Nigeria, are the politicians playing that role? No. The opposition party? No. And it's because of the fact that everybody, most politicians in Nigeria, especially in the opposition party, are looking for the fact that, look, let me belong to the center. Let me belong to where the thing is up. So you see them decamping every day and every minute. Yeah, we are happy with it in our party, APC. But the fact is this. Is that the right thing? No. How do we go about it? We must have a strong opposition party who put the present government on the... See, President Tinubu cannot oversee everywhere. But where he can get issues is from the opposition party. Now look, there are issues here, solve it. There are issues here. There are in this ministry, this is what is happening. In this ministry, so he will be able to now come up, with his own policy. But in Nigeria today, everybody, because of the performance of our own government, APC, most opposition parties are now ready to join us. Yeah, I don't blame them, but because of the system, which I understand. And when you look at what he said concerning, don't blame the presidency, look at the governors. Now, I want to come to that. And that's the mistake we are making in Nigeria.
Can I come?
In UK.
Dr. Adekombi, can I come back to you? I beg your pardon. Dr. Adekombi, I'm going to come back.
Just a minute.
I'm going to come back to you. I must take a break. I'm going to come back to you for you to continue this train of thought. So please hold it for a while. We'll be right back. Stay with us, please.
At the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Okay, we're still with Dr. Femi Adekombi, who is the former Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, Culture and Tourism in Ondo State. He's joining us from the UK. Okay, Dr. Adekombi, I had to interrupt you because of the break. Please continue that train of thought occasioned by...
Accountable to their people. How many of them are accountable to their people? How many of them? The state government does, they embark on things that they want.
Is Aiyedatiwa different?
Absolutely. We are controlling him. And I mean that. We are controlling him by letting him know that, see, recently he set up a community engagement with the people and appointed people for the community EU. And he asked them, I want to know what the community needs. And that's exactly what he has been doing. See, we must get to a point where we must realize the fact that the community, the grassroots people, owns the government. But right now in Nigeria, a governor, I know of a governor, I don't want to mention name, I will not mention name, who collected money is this allocation, the next thing he called Bureau de Change. I used that money, 60% of that money, to change to dollars. So until when we have an efficient governance in the states and local government, we will still be blaming the presidency.
Okay, let me bring in Ibrahim in Kaduna. I beg your pardon, sir. Ibrahim in Kaduna, good morning.
Good morning, sir, and good morning to your guests. The spokesman for the leading party in that state. I could not remember his name again. This is Ibrahim from Kaduna. In fact, yes, what did we expect from him? That is the party. The kind of them, to me, my own problem most is not the party or the electorate, but the politicians themselves. Why does it mean that our own democracy in this country is different than others? If I got it right. Now look at all these elections that were conducted in various states concerning local government elections. That leading party in that state will be the one that continue to win all the seats. Is that a true democracy or system that we are practicing? In fact, to me, that was why I don't believe in this present dispensation of our way of doing our practicing democracy. Because why? We are not getting it right. If it is other clients, at least some of other parties will come up. That is the area I really want you to shift in the question to that spokesperson there. Well, I heard that you are. Well, it might be the man to be there, but when it comes to election, every election, as we all know, is local. So we should go back to the local level and do it the right way. By the time you're able to speak the language that these local people will understand, we'll get it right. But the way it's going, our democracy will be a mirage. To me, really, I don't have concern in the national level or whatsoever, but the local, because this is where most of us come from. That is the area I really want most of these chief executives of various states to look into it and channel their friends there, but not to flood to that place or the other. Nigeria, one day we'll get it right, but we should try to revert this system of democracy and have our own system of democracy all over in Africa. That is just my own. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. That is the end of what I can contribute to this morning. Bye.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ibrahim in Kaduna. Dr. Femi Adekombi heard you.
Let me respond to what Ibrahim just said. You have forgotten the fact that recently, in the history of this government, in the whole of Nigeria, no government, and I mean it, no government has ever made an attempt to give the local government autonomy. No government. But this present government went to Supreme Court to make sure that the local government councils have autonomy to control their funds. And recently, you heard what the Senate said 2-3 days ago about the autonomy of the local government. And at the end of the day, and what the present government is trying to achieve is to make sure that, look, let the local government control their funds. Let the state government having control of their funds. And for him to have done that, it means a lot. That means that the man is really trying, he's really trying to prove his own point of taking the governance to the grassroots. Local government, like he said, politics is local. Development is local. In UK, where we are here, councils are the ones developing their areas. Councils, they're the ones developing their areas. Councils, they build markets, they build their roads, they do everything. And that's exactly what President Tinubu believed in. And that's why he insisted, and he still insists that, look, you know what? Let there be local government autonomy. And that's what he's working at. So we must commend him on that. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria that the government will come in, mention the government from since 1999. How many governments have said, okay, you know what? I want the autonomy of local government. None, except Tinubu's government.
Okay. Let me take this call from.
Commend him on that.
Let me take this call from Ade in London. Good morning, Ade. Ade in the UK, good morning to you. You're live now.
Yes, can you hear me? Your voice is very faint.
Okay, we can hear you. I'm virtually shouting, but that's not your fault. Please go ahead. We can hear you.
My comment is this. Good morning to you and good morning to your guest.
Good morning.
Your guest is a very decent man, and I'm surprised that he's saying all these things, good things about the governor. Number one, every job that the late governor started, most especially in Owo, I think that he was stop it. That's where I am from. He stopped all the work. He's not doing anything. That's number one. Number two, the cookie is paying 72,000. I think that he didn't pay minimum wage. Teacher is still earning 35,000. He's not saying anything about it. Number three, the billions he's getting every month from Abuja. Where is the money? What's he doing with the money? Mother and child. There's nothing happening there anymore. And the most important part of all, where is governor's wife? She's here in England.
So she refused to go back home. How can they have a governor, no first lady? That means he can't manage you. How can he manage you on those? I'm APC, but I don't pray that Aiyedatiwa should win. I want any other SDP, PDP, whoever to win. That's my own contribution.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ade in the UK. It's been quite a while. We haven't heard from you.
Let me respond to that.
Okay.
Let me respond to that.
Sure.
Fortunately, I'm from Owo. He's from Owo. I am from Owo too. We're both from Owo. I understand his own argument from the point of the fact that things that are going on in Owo. But don't forget the fact that recently, and I mean it recently, Governor Aiyedatiwa started some roads, commissioned some roads in Owo. Maybe it was good. He didn't know about it. Governor Aiyedatiwa, in which the deputy governor was there to commission the road and did a lot of things in Owo. So in that aspect, I want to believe the fact that the man is in London and doesn't know what is going on in Owo. Yeah, he's not perfect. I understand the fact that there's some complaints in Owo, which I understand. That even in my own street, which Akeredolu started, they've not completed it. I won't say because of that and start calculating again that I know. I won't say that. But most of the roads that were awarded in Owo, let me not say this emphatically clear. Most of the roads that were awarded in Owo, due process were not followed. As a matter of fact, the contractors did not get letters of award. They were just asked, go and start the work. When you get to a certain level, we'll do the needful. Forgetting the fact that they don't own tomorrow. And that's exactly what we are suffering in Ondo State. So I understand that. That's number one. Number two, about the fact that mother and child today, if mother and child is not moving, if mother and child, which is the legacy of Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, I don't think Dr. Olusegun Mimiko's team will have joined APC. Today, 90% of Dr. Olusegun Mimiko have joined APC. 90% have joined APC. So that gives you the fact that the man is satisfied with. As a matter of fact, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko is presently doing his PhD in medicine. PhD in medicine at the same, what's it called? Ondo Mother and Child University. Dr. Olusegun Mimiko is presently doing that. We celebrated his 70th birthday in London a few days ago, and the man is really happy with the same. So I understand this man. We are both in London right now, and I will appreciate if you can call me. Let me emphasize what the government have done in Ondo State. I'm not. Aiyedatiwa is not perfect, and that's the fact. He's not. You cannot get any perfect man in governance. That's a fact. There will be one or two issues with that government.
So the charge that Ade made, that some ongoing projects in Owo were stopped. The charge Ade made that
which one did this? Apart from now I just explained to you that those ones that were stopped were because of the fact that they want to put things in order, because a lot of them that were awarded were not awarded according to the stipulated what's it called? System. Like my own road, Governor Akeredolu awarded that road to the contractor by mouth without giving the guy, the contractor, any letter. Just say, okay, go and do the work, bring your bill, we'll see. So the wrong way of commissioning somebody to do the work, and that's what I've been suffering. I met the governor, and the governor said, look at what happened. If we continue this way, that means if I ask the guy, so to continue to apply to everywhere in Ondo State. So what he's now doing is now saying, okay, bring your papers. We'll now normally award the job to you, which is the normal thing to do. And that's the way to go.
Okay. How about, well, that other question, I think that was Mr. Yakub's question, who called him from Dokwe Amupe. The extra revenue that has been coming in as a result of removal of the subsidies on fuel and all of that, people keep on putting things at the doorstep of the presidency. But the governors, and we have often heard the criticism yourself that the governors. People should be, turning their attention and questions to the governors themselves. But in the meantime,
I agree with him. I agree with him completely.
Okay, as I was speaking, I was just alerted that Funsho Imina has also called in. So let me join Funsho Imina to this trend. Good morning, Funsho. I hope you can hear us, Funsho Imina. His network is bad. Femi, his network is bad. So please continue. You were saying that you agree with those who are saying, face the governors. You people, you Nigerian citizens, electorate, face your governors. Ask them what have they done.
I agree with him absolutely. The problem with Nigeria is most Nigerians, if not all, believe that governance end and stop with the presidency. They've forgotten the fact that the states are actually where we should be looking at. The story of a governor who collected an allocation in a month and 60 to 65% of the allocation went to Bureau de Change. A governor in Kogi, according to what EFCC investigated, bought houses for his family in all over the world. And that's why the money has been hiding. It's in my party. I don't want to talk more about that. But the fact is, the real issue in Nigeria today are the fact that people must concentrate on their governors. What are they bringing to the table? Don't look at the Tinubu will not come and construct market in your place. Tinubu will not come and put water in your place. No. Tinubu will not do that. Tinubu will not come and construct your local roads. It is the duty of your state governor. So when you see people complaining, oh, this road is bad. This road is bad. Oh, hey, Tinubu. But they've forgotten the fact that that road does not belong to Tinubu or to the federal government. That road belongs to the state government. Indeed. So they should be asking questions from their state governors.
Okay, let me bring in Mazi Okorafor. I beg your pardon. Mazi Okorafor, good morning to you, sir, in Arochukwu.
Good morning, Sayori. Sayori, see, what I'm just trying to point out now, that the election forthcoming, they should try as much as possible. Avoid all those things that happened in Edo. Because at the end of the day, we start asking, are you doing comparison between military regime and democratically elected government? Because military regime is the worst anything anybody can think of. Now, the people there, they know exactly what they want. I will advise INEC to do the needful. Let it be free and fair. That anybody who is contesting, please, tell your people, what I mean, the people that love you, the people that want you, that look, come out and vote for candidates. And we should stop this issue of voters apathy. And voters apathy has now turned to another money voters system. That for Nigeria now, if you don't see money, you not come out and vote. What is your problem? Now, listen, there's one thing about what the facts have shown us that if you allow politicians to use money and come and woo you to come and vote, when he or she goes back, he or she must do what? Recoup his money. And when he recoup his money, what is he going to do? The money meant for building of roads, building of schools, putting infrastructure facilities available, making proper water available, taking care of the fraud and rest. He or she will use to go and pay back the banks or to go and pay the financial.
All right, Mazi, I get the general idea. We're fast running out of time, and I do want to leave some time for Dr. Adekombi to respond. Go ahead, Dr. Adekombi.
Yeah, like what the last caller said about Edo election, comparing that with Ondo election. What happened in Ondo election? People now said, look, we don't want this. Nobody, from the outset, I told a lot of my colleagues, I was in Edo. I formed part of a team that was set up in Edo to give the actual reason that will happen. There was a committee that was set up, and I was the one that chaired that committee to go and look at the factual issue that will come out of Edo. Because in that one, we'll give our factual verdict. I will say, you know what? I think Edo election is won already. How do you expect a governor who started fighting with his traditional council, the Oba of Benin, who started fighting with his deputy governor, who started fighting with his civil servant, who were everybody, this man he fought with everybody in the state to win an election. It's possible. Who voted against him? And that was why they voted massively for the APC guy. The APC candidate is their grassroots candidate. If they know him, he's always with them. He stays with them. Unlike the PDP candidate who stay in Lagos. Edo is not Lagos. But the same Obaseki who kept on telling everybody Edo is not Lagos, presented a candidate who is from Lagos, who stays in Lagos, who does all his business in Lagos. And unlike APC candidate, who stays with them? And this man, they know him. As a matter of fact, it was interesting that as a senator, this man moved freely in his senatorial district. No, without the security. So they love him, they see him as their own. So when you look at that election in Edo, it was obvious the man was going to win. And it was obvious Olumide Akpata cannot beat anybody there. So it was a clear. We presented our report and said, you know what we need to do is let us improve on our voters' awareness. Let them know what we have done. And that's exactly what we have done.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Adekombi, I'm sorry to jump in. I'm sorry to keep jumping in, but time is running out. But to sort of end it on Ondo State, I suppose I have to cycle back to the beginning where you had said that, could we not see how you were chilling in the UK? It's indicative of the fact that you don't have a problem in Ondo State when it comes to the election come November 16. Ayede Datua is the man to beat. The party, APC, is the party to beat. Those were the notes you sounded at the top of the program. Is that where you want to leave it?
Yeah, like I said, UK, London is my second home. I come here every month. This more or less where, so I can basically tell you that I'm moving out of here in the next couple of days to join them in the campaign.
All right.
And the fact I want to let you know is that this election, those states today, we are absolutely comfortable with what is going on. We have done our homework. We have done everything. We have removed everybody that we believe can be obstacle for us in PDP.
Okay, then.
For instance,
I beg your pardon. We've completely run out of time. I'm so sorry.
The PDP leaders in Ondo State. The PDP leaders.
I'm so sorry, Dr. Femi Adekombi. We've completely run out of time, but we do want to register our appreciation to you, making time available to come and talk about the upcoming November 16 election and things political in Ondo State. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Indeed. So that's our program. Do please join us. Monday is the next edition of the program. It will be a fresh topic, of course. See you then and do have a great weekend. Bye-bye for now.